Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. So it's been a crazy week. If you follow Kitchen Table Stamper, you might have heard that we had to completely redesign Card Club for Cool People. Our card club this month is featuring the sweet peas. It's going to make 8 cards featuring the sweet peas stamp set. And because I had to redesign Card Club, communicate the changes, market the new card class, redo all the photographs, graphics, and project sheets for Card Club, I'm taking the easy road and making a matching treat box while all the supplies are all over the office. I think you're gonna love the treat box. It is something that you can do if you are a Card Club for Cool People. Hold on to this video, bookmark it, grab the project sheet, the free printable project sheet from the blog. This is something that you can do with the extra products from your Card Club for Cool People packet. Card Club is our monthly, or Card Club for Cool People is our monthly card club, and every month it is just packed with lots of products, more than you need for your 8 cards. So with the leftover designer series paper, gems, and ribbon, we're gonna make this adorable little triangle treat box. We're featuring the cute crochet embossing folder. You could add that one to your packet if you want to. Look at that. And this will hold 2 of these little Fannie Mae meltaways. You can buy these individually wrapped ones in bags. This is how I got mine, in this 4.2 ounce reclosable bag. So look out for those at your grocery and even like discount stores. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna start with some basic beige cardstock, and it is 4 by 6. This is our template. The photograph of the template is on the printable project sheet. The printable project sheet can be found by following the link below that says project details. Click here. That'll take you to the blog post for this project. And then when you get to that blog post, just scroll down to the embedded video on that blog post, and you'll see a button that says today's project sheet. And just click that. It'll open up a PDF that you can save to your device, or you can print. We're gonna pop this in on the 6-inch side and score at 3. And then we need some diagonal folds. So we're gonna mark 2 inches and 2 inches on each of the 4-inch sides. Let's grab a ruler, hold on to that stylus. We're gonna make those diagonal folds by lining up the 2 inches, that little mark that we made, and the end of the 3-inch fold, and score. You're going to go the opposite angle. So from the point that you scored at 2 inches down to the end of the fold, and score. Then rotate and repeat. So find that 2-inch mark, end of your 3-inch line, score, and last one. All right, now we're gonna work these with a bone folder, and then we'll emboss the front with that gorgeous, cute crochet embossing folder. I really love this folder. It's a 3D folder. I'll tell you about this one while we work these scores. It's a 3D folder, but it's not as deep and maybe bold as some of the previous 3D embossing folders from Stampin' Up. It's got kind of a fine line design, which is really pretty and kind of delicate even for a 3D folder. I'm doing my score lines, just making sure that we're gonna be able to find them again after we emboss. Let's get a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're gonna set this one up to emboss a 3D folder, which is 1 and 4. And we need to just emboss half so that the front and sides will be embossed. So just lay that in, lining it up with the score line. Pop the number 4 over the top and give it a crank. Make sure that everything is tucked in there. You don't want to scrape that folder against the side of your machine. It will do damage, so be careful. And now we've got the front and the sides of our box all embossed with that awesome texture. All right, let's take this out of here. All right, to assemble, I'm going to use tear and tape. I really like tear and tape for this. And you're going to fold up from the center and then in on both of those diagonal folds. If you put a piece of tear and tape on the inside of the textured piece and the outside of the smooth piece, it's going to go together nice and strong. So you do that for both sides of the box, the back and then the front that's embossed. Got my take your pick tool, makes this job so much easier. Remove the liner. And I like to do one side at a time. So I've got the front and the back. Bring the back in, the front over, and then burnish. Now you can drop your candies in. And then remove the liner. And then back, forward, and then the front to close. There's our little triangle treat. Cute, right? Let's grab a 1/8 inch circle punch. And we're going to punch right below the V so that you're going through both layers of the side. Flip, do the same thing, just maybe a, I don't know, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch right below the V there. Now we've got our holes. I'm going to grab a little flosser here. Thank you to my friends who sent me some of these. Jan, Melanie, I love them. I had a very hard time finding them. They're for flossing your teeth, especially under things like retainers. But it's going to make tying up this box so easy. Got basic beige ribbon, and I'm going to take my flosser loop, thread the end, just a couple of inches, and then I'm going to take the flosser, I'm going to thread through the hole on one side, and then through the hole on the other side. And this little filament is so much easier to get in there than trying to pull the ribbon. So these little flossers are amazing. All right, we've got our ribbon. Let's tie a bow. What's a little gift without a bow, right? So we're gonna tie a big loopy basic beige bow. Cute. I think any little individually wrapped candies, especially with a green color like that, is perfect for these little peas. You can fill this box with little wrapped candies of all kinds. It's a really cute favor box. All right, next, here's our piece already die cut from the Flowering Zinnia Designer Series paper and basic white circle. We punched that ahead with the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. Got some basic white cardstock and petal pink scraps here. We're going to do a little bit of punching and stamping. So let's set these guys aside. I'm using my Petal Park Builder punch. Going to pop a couple of flowers, the medium and the small one, out of petal pink. And then we're going to get the Stampin' Pierce mat and ink pads. I have Petal Pink, Basic Beige, and Memento Tuxedo Black. I'm gonna stamp Happy Birthday on the circle, kinda to the right and high of center. And then my little Happy Pea Pod. I love this with the party hat. So cute. And the little sprigs. These make the perfect little embellishment. I love how they bring a little pop of black. The pink and green and black outlines, I think, look kind of striking. We're going to protect the surface of our Stampin' Pierce mat here. Then I'm going to bring in this background image and my flowers. Where's the other one? There it is. We're going to add some texture to these flowers. This is from the Of Art and Texture stamp set. And this one is actually the one that we're using next month in the Ice Cream Swirl card club. We used this one on the hearts, and you can see that in our sneak peek for July card club, because we had to switch June to July. We made this box and used the Art of Texture on the hearts there. I'll link this video so that you guys can go check out that project also, but we're using this Art and Texture to add some life to our punched pieces. It really is a cool stamp set for that. So I'm going to grab Petal Pink ink and just add some little petal pink details to those flat flowers. Then we're going to add a little bit of spatter behind our peas with the Basic Beige ink. I love this ink pad. I gotta make a more point to use it more often. It's a subtle little thing that you can add texture, and it just kind of fills the starkness of the background. I think it's one of those things where if it's not there, you notice, but when it's there, you don't see it. It just adds to the whole project. You can use any spatter you have. There is one in Of Art and Texture. It's kind of a big spatter. I've had this one. I can't put this one down lately. Irresistible Blooms. And this is an online exclusive product from Stampin' Up. So that's where I got those background textures. Let's form our flowers before we take away the Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm going to take your pick tool with the putty end capped and just press. Now we've got cup-shaped flowers. I'll grab some glue dots and, oh look, I got some backups. And I'll put a glue dot on the back of the little flower, and then put the little flower inside the big one. That one I'll set aside for another project. And then going to put this guy on a glue dot right there waiting for me. We'll set that aside for a minute. Let's color our peas. All right, I have Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Old Olive, and dark Pretty in Pink, light Petal Pink. I'm gonna start with the Granny Apple Green. That's kind of my primary color. The Old Olive and the Lemon Lime Twist give kind of light and dark to give dimension to all the greens we've got going on here. I'm gonna color my sprigs green, Granny Apple Green. This is the light one. Fill in, and then I'll just scribble along the little line on the leaf there, and then scribble little circles to blend the dark and light together. We'll do all three sprigs just like that. And then I'm going to do my main pea here, this kind of big guy in the center, the same granny apple green. I'll do light first, and then add kind of a contour shadow with the dark, and blend them together. Little cutie. Now I'm going to switch to lemon lime twist, and I'll do the smaller peas with lemon lime twist, kind of the same as I did for the big pea. Fill with the light, make a contour shadow, and then blend it together with the light. And I'm going to keep my light lemon lime twist. I'm going to grab my old olive, light and dark. I'm going to color my pea pod with light old olive. And different shades of green really work to keep the image interesting. Not all one solid shade of green. Each green area kind of has its own character, and that's what we're going for here. I'm going to take my dark old olive and put a little shadow underneath the stem there, and then color the rest of the stem old olive, blending that dark old olive. And then just to brighten it all up a little bit, I'm going to bring the light lemon lime twist, which was the lightest shade of green and a little brighter than old olive, so it takes that kind of tone, that greenness, down a little bit, brightens it up, makes it a little happier. And that's our peas in the pod and the sprigs. The last thing I'm going to do is for a little pop of color, I'll do the party hat with Pretty in Pink and Petal Pink stripes to pick up on that designer series paper. And then let's fussy cut these. I'm going to fussy cut all four with just a little white border. All right, so there's our little bits. Pro tip, don't cut the stem. It's going to get hidden underneath the flower and the pea pod. So don't bother to fussy cut around it. I'm going to add them to some mini glue dots and get some dimensionals on the back of my peas. Now, I thought my banner was just a smidge too long, so I'm going to take this banner and I'm going to cut right down the middle, and then I'm going to glue it back together just a little bit shorter. I've got some multi-purpose liquid glue in a fine point bottle here. It will help me to get just a little bit, just enough to hold it together, maybe a 1/4 inch shorter. And then we can add some more glue right in the center, kind of over that seam, and we'll add a circle so that the greeting is level and it's a little bit lower than center. Can peel the peas and get those guys on there. I'm not going to press them down too tight yet because I want to add one of these little sprigs under there. Don't cover your greeting. And then I'm going to get some more dimensionals and pop this on my treat box. Be careful, the sides are a little bit wider. The banner is wider than the triangle treat box, so add your adhesive with that in mind. Isn't that zinnia paper cute? that on the treat box. Make sure your greeting stays level, and then we can grab the rest of our bits here. Got my flower. Tuck that up against my peas without covering the greeting, and then tuck both of these sprigs right under the flower. Oh, it's so cute with all the texture, but it needs a little bit more. I've got the transparent adhesive back dots here. I love these. They're so perfect with the peas. You'll have to maybe save the Blackberry Bliss ones for Halloween, but the two different colors green are so awesome. It's like a garden green and a lemon lime twist, and then the white. I'm going to take one of the bigger size white ones and pop that in the center of my flower. It's kind of cool. It's a milky white color. And then for this one, I'm gonna do the lemon lime twist. One big one, one small one. Kind of makes a triangle between the white and the two green ones. And there is our happy birthday triangle candy box. I hope that you guys love the project. I hope it makes you happy. If you got any questions about the project, about Card Club, if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com, and to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.